What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Donovan Sharpe, as you know, has admitted defeat. He was booty clapping it up for White Zaddy, and he has found out that White Zaddy is not interested in watching his content. So, despite talking down on the black community and black women and black men and Pookies and Ray Rays, he basically has found himself getting like negative views per video. Like if you go look at Donovan Sharpe, he got 170 subscribers. He's lucky to get 1,000 views. He's tried everything, but he's dusty as F. No talented, you're weak, you're sorry, you're not good, you're a cornball, you're not O'Shea Dookie Duke Jackson, you will never be me, Mr. I got 300 million views in my career, 4 YouTube plaques, Buster. But let me stop banging on him, y'all. Let me stop banging on him, bro. It's not that serious. But then, you know, like I said, he basically tried to blame this on white supremacy. His downfall, he blamed it on white supremacy. Let me play a clip so you understand what I'm talking about.
It's been pretty clear. It's been fairly clear for a while that this just isn't profitable for me anymore. I'm just not. I don't know. I don't know. I just not that. I don't know. It's kind of a tough thing, kind of a tough pill to swallow. But you know, it is what it is. I'm not really tripping, but I've got a couple of side businesses that are doing very, very well for me actually, and so like I said, I'm never gonna stop being Donovan Sharpe. I'm still going to, I'm still gonna do live streams. I'm still gonna do breakdowns. But as far as books and courses and all that good stuff, I'm probably just gonna stop selling that stuff. And the reason for this, the reason I'm doing this is because I've been suppressed by the algorithm forever. Devin's ex-husband Brian he's just been all over the channel. I mean, you guys remember Anthony Johnson he's gotten my channel taken down 5 or 6 times. To be quite honest with you guys, it really is getting to the point to where it's just a labor of love at this point,
So without saying it, he's blaming it on the white man, Anthony Johnson. Okay, now me and Anthony Johnson don't have a personal relationship, and it's crazy because people like Myron and Donovan Sharpe, they're always talking about blacks blaming white people all the time.
Yeah, or systemic racism or any of this other bullshit, which I don't think, like, you can't use racism anymore because that's what they love to use as, like, systemic racism. Like, things aren't fair in judicial system towards black versus whites. How about this? How about you just don't get involved in the judicial system? How about you just don't commit crime? How about you stop making excuses and crying about systemic racism or whatever? It's like, dude, you live in the best country in the world, and I would argue black people nowadays have more opportunity than anyone else. Yeah. You got affirmative action, DEI, whatever, people that aren't qualified are getting jobs, etc. That are getting jobs over their white counterparts. And then for some odd reason, if I call this shit out, I'm considered a white apologist or a white nationalist or a white supremacist. Like, no, I just acknowledge the reality that in America, right, if you're a white male, everything is against you if you're a white male.
Yeah. But let me tell you something about Anthony Johnson. Anthony Johnson is very edgy, okay? And he can be a little radical in the way he does things. He sent a little shot to me before on Donovan's behalf when they were cool. I largely just ignored it. But hey, that's just, how Anthony Johnson is. I've never heard that he is a liar. He is a scammer. He is a con artist. And the one thing that I will give him some level of credit for is that he's always given African-American men an opportunity to come to the 21 convention. With him and Rollo Tomasi was cool, although we know that Rollo Tomasi is a racist, but allegedly, as they say. But we do know that Anthony Johnson put on Alan Roger Curry. He let Donovan Sharpe come through there. Later Steve Dedeen. This is what he did. All right, so I gotta give respect for him to giving black men a platform. The problem was Donovan Sharpe tried to take over his stuff. The same thing he did to me. And I know he's not lying about the things he talked about, but it's true. Because the same thing that Donovan Sharpe tried to do at the 21 convention, he did it over here in the manosphere, in the black manosphere, but we didn't try to make it so public with it because he was a brother, right? But no, Anthony Johnson wasn't playing that. So Anthony Johnson has this particular email that he sent out. And as you see, that's Anthony Johnson having his neck on Donovan Sharpe, okay, as if he's, George Floyd or whatever. I want to read to you what he says. Donovan Sharpe stopped the show, and I actually came up with the name Donovan Sharpe. Donovan, what's up, man? Today is a day that will live in manosphere infamy. Today we are not exposing frauds or goofy schmoofy beta males. Today we rejoice, we toast, we cheer the death of red pill alpha male Donovan Sharpe. While blank, his real name, I'll leave it blank, remains alive, his alter ego Donovan Sharpe is officially dead. And above all, he blames me. This whole saga began at 2020. Donovan had dropped out of the 21 convention in the summer of that year, blaming Stefan Molyneux and strangely Candace Owens. Basically, he's saying that Stefan Molyneux is a racist when Donovan is a racist against his own people. The worst things you can hear about blacks coming from blacks are said from Donovan himself. While Molyneux had spoken at the 21 convention 2019, I had never even met Candace, just retweeted a few things she posted. None of this made sense at the time, so I said, okay, adios, bucko. Just a few weeks later, Donovan texted me begging to get back in the 21 convention after seeing the speaker roster that year. I said no, and he got butthurt. This is what he tries to do. He said the same thing with me and LER movement on the brother pill. He quit. Then he tried to come on, promote his channel for a little bit, and then leave. Donovan Sharpe is a fraud, all right? A few months later, in 2020, Donovan decided out of the blue to begin attacking me on his YouTube channel. I watched and waited. Then he brought this garbage onto the larger we'll blur that out. It's a bull something. I think it's the Bulldog Mindset YouTube channel. He calls it something else, which we can't put on YouTube, in addition to his own. That's when I decided enough is enough, time to put this dog down. You bite me once, I might let it slide. You bite me twice, it's a repeating pattern of behavior. Good night, puppy, lights out. In early 2021, I launched a formal investigation into Donovan Sharpe, which resulted in what many call the most brutal takedown in the history of YouTube. And it was. Okay, I'll leave it there and I won't talk about it. Now, basically that's him. He didn't Photoshop me in the background. I don't know how he got that picture of me or AI. But me and Anthony Johnson are not like good buddies or whatever, but we can agree on this. He started it with Anthony Johnson. Anthony Johnson finished it. And do you want to know why? Because as black men, I wasn't trying to really put you out there like that, bruh. When you was coming for me, saying all this, and, I'll roast you here and there, but I wasn't trying to put no documentary on you like that. You're still a black person, right? But see, when you come after other people like that, somebody like Anthony Johnson, he don't owe you nothing. He gave you your wake-up call. That man single-handedly destroyed your career because you thought you was high and mighty. You tried to put up your own events. Man, that man was getting your stuff shut down left and right, bro. Donovan couldn't do nothing. It was like having Michael Jordan D'ing you up and you only got one arm trying to dribble and he got both his arms. He was blocking every shot, okay? Donovan had some kind of convention he was trying to do to compete, and that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to get to Anthony Johnson and find out how he did things to try to do it himself. Then Donovan, what happened was every hotel Donovan was trying to work with, they would just share his YouTube messages, how he talk about women. That was quickly ruled out. You messed around and found out, Donovan. It's your fault, okay? This guy taught you an ultimate lesson. Why you blaming him? Blame yourself. That man knew you were up to no good. You showed no respect to the man. The man gave you an opportunity just like I did. And for the most part, and everybody knows me, when I was in the black manosphere, I wanted no integration with the white manosphere proper. I wanted to not ever, in fact, the 21 convention was actually in Poland one year in Europe. And I was debating, or I was possibly Donovan when we were still cool, or Steve the Dean was like, yo, when you're in Poland, would you possibly speak? It was in Warsaw. I was living in Poland at the time. And so I've never really had no real interaction with the white manosphere. They wanted to do a documentary. I've always said no. I was a part of the black manosphere for the blackmail experience. I appreciated what people like Anthony Johnson did for the manosphere. To me, he's one of the unsung heroes of the manosphere. I don't agree with everything that he does, but he did an excellent job. There's nothing like 21 Convention. I thought what he was doing was great. All right, I gotta give the man. He's a trendsetter in what he did, and these other guys tried to manipulate it and they tried to destroy what he was doing. And Donovan tried to destroy what he was doing, but it didn't work over there with somebody that was white. And he blasted your ass, okay? You messed around and found out. You picked with the wrong person, bruh. And I'm gonna tell you like this, no shade, Anthony Johnson is the one person that if you ever get into it with, you're gonna have some problems. That's just the God's honest truth. That you think that Tasha K is gonna go all the way. No, not Anthony Johnson. He doesn't give a. I'm just going to be honest. He doesn't care. He is going all the way with it. Is in his beef every day, forever, for life. All right. And he gave Donovan his real wake up call. You shouldn't have been out there running your mouth thinking that you was tight. You was better than somebody. You wasn't better than nobody. And he taught your ass a good lesson. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.